All right, folks. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all fighting off the coronavirus. KC outside. What I'm doing here today is I'm going to take the Tusk Dsport out for a ride. I just installed this probably 3 weeks ago, but I've only had it on the road for probably about a 10-mile ride and just right around the house here. But what I've always had is the Trackmaster 760s here, which are on the KTM. Now you can see this is a 110, this is a 120, and if you can see both of them, they are basically about the same width, even though the Tusk is a 110. I've run these for quite a few years, and I love them. I'm just wanted to try something different, maybe with a little bit. This seems to have a little bit of stiffer sidewall, kind of like the D606. So I'm going to try this. I like the stiffer sidewall for the simple fact if you get a flat tire out somewhere, it's a little easier to get out to the woods of the road or possibly get back home. These 760s, I've had flat tires, and even with putting zip ties on, they just want to pop off the rim because the sidewall is so soft. So I'm going to hop on this D-Sport here and see how it does. And this is on a DRZ 400. I have ridden this bike. I put about a 500 or 600 miles on it last summer and fall with the 760 on it, so I can kind of do a direct comparison here with it. I'm going to start right off the bat here with a try to find a hill climb here covered with leaves. See how this gets traction in something that's got leaves all over it. Couldn't get up that one. Those leaves are real deep. I don't even know if I'd get up that with the KTM. Bird dog there. Try one of these other ones here. Maybe not so many leaves on it. Yeah, that did well. Pretty good performance there. Now we have a hills never look steep on the GoPro, which that one didn't either, but it is pretty steep. Here's a power line we have here. I'm gonna hit this, take the rough side. Did real good there. Now I'm running this, I have about 8 PSI in this Tusk Dsport. And keep in mind, I do not have a Tusk Dsport in the front of this. I'm still running the Trackmaster on the front. So I'm basically just trying out the front traction here. I mean the rear traction on this. See how it works out. Gonna go up a trail here. It's a little rutted out. There's deer. Get along a little nasty rocks and ruts here. here on the trail with a little bit of a gully in it. We'll see how the side grip is here on this little bit of a ditch. Grip pretty good. There's some, it doesn't seem to, I think the knobbies on the Trackmaster on the side, since they're not as beefy and softer, they grip a little better. Now on the street, this tire does well on the street. The Trackmaster will tend to give you a little bit of floating feeling when you're on turns and stuff like that. But this, you can lean into it. It has a real good solid feel on the street and no excessive vibrations. Now I have this balanced also, but as far as mine, it goes real smooth down the street, no issues. I got to try to find a little bit of mud here somewhere. This is on the downhill, so I'm not going to really be able to tell the traction in the mud as far as coming up. Definitely pretty impressed with the traction capabilities of it, because with those large knobbies, they're even larger than a 606. I mean, they're chunky, but I'm telling you, it seems to be, I mean, that first hill climb that I tried, I don't even know if I would have got up at the KTM with it, but the second one, it did well in those leaves and that soft dirt. Did real good. I mean, real good. Trying to find some mud here to see how it does. It's been a few days since, whoa, just about went down there because the front tire hit rock. Now there's some more deer up there. I don't know if you guys can see them. Just got a bug in the eye because I don't have my shield down. I should tell people, this is coronavirus lockdown time, but I don't know if you guys can see them deer, they're running everywhere. It's corona lockdown time, but I'm just on the ground here right beside my house. I'm not out cavorting around. A lot of deer out today. Hope they're practicing social distancing. That was some deep mud that actually pulled me through that pretty good. A little bit of deep mud there in the leaves. Actually did real well there too. Some bitch here. Ooh. Okay, I'm back. As you as everybody just saw, I just took a tree branch to the freaking face here. So got everything straightened back out on the GoPro. Do one more quick little climb here, get through the creek. A little swampy here, and then we got a trail here with a little cut across it. See how it does. Pretty good. Well, that was only a short ride, but I didn't do any creek crossing. That's the only thing I would really want to try it on, some wet, slippery rocks. But at 8 psi, it's doing a pretty great job. I mean, I really can't complain. The only difference I noticed is when I was in a couple of those washouts, I think the TrackMaster has a little better grip on the side because the knobbies are smaller and a little softer. So it seems to work out better that way. But other than that, I mean, I don't have any complaints. I actually think that probably does a little better than, for years I ran the 606s on my dual sports, and that's definitely right there with it. But I would actually think it's probably a little better than the 606 in the woods. In the woods, the 606s, I'd never seemed for some reason to get that great traction, especially like these couple hill climbs I was coming up. I would have issues getting up them all the time. So I don't know. I think it's a pretty awesome tire. I will, what I'll do is probably get one and get it on the front of this bike and try it out, and maybe do a review on the front when I get everything on there. But I give that tire a thumbs up. If you like the video, hit the like button. Remember to subscribe, and get on your bike and get outside. I know you're not allowed to do it right now, but at least if you have some ground like this, get on out. I'll see you guys.